Animaniacs 2020, Season 2, Episode 7. Just a good all around episode. Lots of little things and no politics. Just really that I
Yep.
think of. It was just good fun. And it was, the funny bit was in that first bit with I was like, this is just that Daffy Duck cartoon where the animator was messing with him, just
And
redone for modern, and it's like,
just like 100 years ago.
but it's like then they've actually referenced it. It's like we're gonna get sued. Well, actually, no, you're Warner Brothers. You own the Looney Tunes. You can do whatever you want. Um, as long as you get approval from corporate, who cares? Um, but I was half expecting, not half expecting, but what would have been an interesting twist, like the whole twist of Duck Amuck is that it spoilers for a cartoon from like 80 years ago. Not that long, can it be? I don't know when it was. Whenever Duck Amuck came out.
I don't.
Um, but like, if it was Dot doing the stuff, it was doing the animation.
It was from 1953. Holy shit!
Whoop.
It was from 1953.
Damn. Honestly, I thought I was older.
Yeah, 53, which, 122 minus 53, 69.
Nice.
69. But yeah, nearly 70-year-old cartoon. It's like, yep, this is just a redo of that. But that was a funny one, and this was an update for it, and it was kind of it wasn't as long or as funny because it wasn't quite as funny as that because it's not Daffy. Like, Daffy's really good in that sort of role because he's so irritable.
Yeah.
Yakko is too cool, too calm for that to be as funny. Like, you would have to be somebody. You would have to have, instead of having him stop the artist and it's just somebody you don't know. It's Dot. Dot and she's messing with him the entire time. That might work, and especially if she went extra hard on it and just was really messing with him. Like, then it would have been funny, but funnier. But it's still funny. It's still, the concept still works. It's a fourth wall episode. It's a rehash, but it still works.
Yeah, but an old enough rehash.
Yeah.
Because those kids.
Well, and it's completely different animation style because it's it's a 70-year-old. That's a 70-year-old cartoon nearly. Like, it's Duck Amuck is going to be the whole style of animation is completely different because everything's digital now. So that was sort of what they were playing with. I think this sounds like an episode that was come up with by one of the animators and was like, hey, why don't we do Duck Amuck, but we do it with modern animation tools.
Yeah, and it is fun that it is fun that they used the little editing tools like that, like the voice changing and oh my, but the voice like this, no wonder he's He didn't stand a chance.
Yeah. and he played, and it's also different in that it's a different personality interacting with this sort of initially faceless animator, like, because like when he
Yeah.
gets he leans into it. He's too cool for school in that regard, and he's just like he sort of leans into the fact that he's like he leans into the wacko voice, and it's like goes uh goes Ringo with it, and it's like, yep.
Yeah.
Like, give me my height back. And my weight. And my
My
depth.
dad. Yeah.
Which that one
And
also must have been fun to animate from the animator's perspective, because then you're just like, yeah, I just draw boxes for this, and it's got to be kind of meta from them. It's like, oh yeah, I've got this tool, and oh that tool, and oh now I need to draw that tool that I use for this tool, and it's like, oh yeah, it's just without it actually
and
looking exactly like it.
that's I wonder if that's what the stylus they use looks like.
Oh, I don't know that it does, because they may want to not like look like anything particular, but I think it would be funny if I got to imagine, like, while there's a lot of funnies for the normal person who doesn't do animation, I imagine the person who animated it, they stuck in some extra little jokes that would fly over the head of everybody else, but animators would laugh their heads off at. It's like, okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
There's probably some of that in there. It's like I recognize what that is. You didn't say it out loud, but I know what you were doing. But yeah, it was, again, funny and nice, and and it was good. And then we get, I think, it goes from that to Pinky and the Brain?
No, they had that
No,
teacher thing. They had 4 this round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember there was a
Teacher
lot of
thing.
little, oh yeah, the teacher thing, yeah.
Where I love it's like, how come you always get to be the teacher? I'm the oldest. That doesn't make you the smartest. Yeah, I want to be teacher. Okay, we are not in preschool. Stop this. You forfeit your teacher privileges.
And also, I have the only pants.
The smart, yeah, you made the smarty pants remarks, like, because I'm the only one wearing pants. But yeah, it was.
And each time they come up with a longer and longer word.
I'm pretty sure those other 2 words don't exist.
Actually, I think one of them might be a chemical or something.
Well,
There is
one of them is that volcanosis or whatever it was. I forget what it was, but it was exactly. But that one that's a disease, I think. But yeah, they're all words. It's just some of them might be a bit more technical.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, that was also an Dot as a nun.
Yes, with the ruler.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Nope, none at all.
Although I did love the line, so is the comedy lost in translation? No.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I think the writers don't like that show.
There are a lot of people who don't love that show.
I've actually never seen it, so I've got really no opinion on it.
I actually did like it, but again, differing opinions, and I have apparently very weird opinions.
Apparently,
So,
should be ashamed of your different.
I don't care. I like what I like.
I
Like I really like pineapple on pizza.
You should die.
It's
It's
a bit extreme.
Kidding.
I really like pineapple on pizza, and I don't care who knows it. I like pineapple and olive on pizza.
That sounds like something the Ninja Turtles would get.
Actually, fun fact, I have been eating this for years and years and years, and it turns out Deadpool has the same pizza.
Oh yeah, that was what it was. It wasn't Ninja Turtles, it was Deadpool. That's what it was.
Yeah, Deadpool in the movie, that's his favorite pizza. And as I'm watching that, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my favorite pizza. Although I do prefer to add a little crunch to it via either green peppers, jalapenos, or onions. But still.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what was I gonna say? But yeah, oh, pineapple on pizza. Yeah. I don't have a problem with it. It's more or less, it's not my first choice, but if it's there, it's not going to upset me. Like, I'll eat it. It doesn't bother me at the slightest, though. It's good food. It's just, it's not my favorite. It's sort of in the middle. It's sort of in that middle ground where I don't love it or hate it. It's just sort of, it's okay. It's pizza. It's good.
I'll eat it if I have to.
For the most part, as long as it's a topping and I can pull the topping off, I'm not going to do pizza as long as it's not meat. I'm not a vegetarian. I just don't really like meat on pizza. And
you don't love the Supreme Meat Lovers Ultra Pizza?
And I don't eat pork, and 75% of the meat on pizza is pork. So, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Then we're off to Pinky and the Brain, which Brain brings up the point I brought up one or 2 weeks ago, two weeks ago or more, about like, okay, when I want to take over the world, like, you're completely disorganized, but like for this day, you're completely organized. It's like, how who is the genius and who is insane?
Well, it is kind of sad when you play this with, because this is something that I want to do.
Yeah. I mean,
like, oh, heartstrings. Go on, Pinky.
yeah. And I mean, he does he it does show that Brain, for all his I hate, you're an idiot, shut up, he really, really does care for his friend.
Yeah.
He just really has patience issues.
Yeah, it's a bit of an abusive relationship. But yeah. And there's, and that whole, at the end, it's like, oh, so that whole thing about getting the amulet was the omelet, the ambulance. Just can never say amulet for some reason. That was all for you and world domination.
Well,
turns out his birthday was like a month ago. It's like, oh. And that's why he has to remind him at midnight. It's like that's also probably a clever dig at him. Okay, you gonna forget my birthday? All right. You gonna forget Narf Day? All right. I'll get you up at midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the longest word in any of the major English language dictionaries is the one Dot said, pneumonologic microscopic silica volcanosis.
Yeah, which is like that's like black lung or
It's
something like
a
that.
lung disease contracted from the inhalation of very fine silica particles, specifically from a volcano. Medically, it is the same as
Okay.
silicosis.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, there's no, didn't have much to say. Again, it was entertaining. It was very
Mhm.
good. It was fun. This episode was good. Like
Yeah.
it was. They were
It's my
short.
Narf day. It's his Narf day. I love how he's just like, I don't want to do the song. You're doing the song. I don't want to do the song. You're doing You don't want to do. Okay, fine. I'll do the song. It's
Not a
his Narf
bad
day.
singer.
Yeah, he just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're at you're hanging out with somebody and there's a birthday party and the thing in the nearby thing and everybody starts singing and they expect you to sing along and you're like,
Like, no.
happy birthday
Die.
to you. Yeah, exactly. It's like, happy birthday.
Yeah. And then
I don't even know you, but whatever.
let's see. Yeah, and then we go to the Magna Carta, which is that's some nice historical stuff to go over. It's like, yeah, Magna Carta is incredibly important and sort of helped set the guidelines that would eventually lead to a lot of modern law. So good good educational segment and fun song, and you didn't get political with it, so yay.
It's like, what is the Constitution?
Yeah, that which is a nice. I like that's a callback. It's like, what's a U.S. Constitution? Like, oh yeah, he wouldn't know anything about that. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to say because it was so good. It was just good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last one? I forget.
That was it. There was four.
Bad. That was the song.
Oh, song.
I love
Sorry.
how it's like, I love how it's like, well, we finished early. We still have a few minutes left, a few seconds left.
Yeah, that's what I was forgetting.
How do you like how would you like to hear the countries of the world song? No, just no, run away. No singing.
It's like, hey, I abdicate.
If only it worked like that. Just
Eh.
annoy them.
Damn, if I can annoy the fuck out of my enemies, that'd be a happy person.
I mean, just let them listen to this. You just scare them into submission, and not in a good way.
And it would
Sure
double the
could.
viewership.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. I think you overestimate how many enemies he has.
I have a lot. Surprisingly. A lot.
He loves to hate.
And I hate to love. Very.
Same.
It's a conundrum in itself.
We really should do Resident Alien.
It's a good show.
It is.
Anyway. You have anything left?
Uh, nothing.
All right.